Yep. So guys, today we will discuss uh, post method in the web API, guys. We will create a meeting through the web API. Yesterday we have fetched the details to the web API, right? Like we can see here. So based on passing the meeting ID through the query parameters and the body and the path URLs, right? So now we are post the data to the URL and create a meeting in our API. Okay. So for that, quickly we will create a new web API here. Yes, here the basic templates. So we done with the query. So what we will do, we usually do the create. So for the create template, we can use start process, guys, as well as write to data store entity or write records. These are the three ways we can store the data into our database. Our data source, wherever we are fetching the details and storing the details, right? To that data source, we can create a meeting in three ways. Like we'll go with the start process. So it will create a new process model, and when we so here it will ask us to provide the process model constant name. Okay. So we do have the process model already got created for this to create a meeting. I will quickly show you. Yeah, so for this we have quick create meeting is there. So we can duplicate this process model, new process model, duplicate the existing process model to use that process model in our web API. Okay, so now T4 quick create meet API. So saving this. Yeah, cancel this is fine. So we will need to create a constant, guys, for this process model. So now I'm creating the constant as well. So yep. So here the type will be the process model, and this should be the T4. Yeah, quick create meet API underscore it API. Okay. So copying this name. So creating this process model. Yeah, here in this process model, I will show you quickly overview. See, here just we have the write meeting, uh, write records process node we have configured to store the meeting details. So now we'll quickly create our web API. So here we will pass the process model constant name. So now we have passed the process model constant name. So select a constant with a value of the process model you want to start. Yes. So now API create meet, create meeting. So now here we will provide endpoint as a create meet, create hyphen meet. So I'm providing the endpoint as a create hyphen meet. So now we will create an API. T4 administrator, T4 users, administrators, saving this. Yeah, trying again. So here you can see in the expression editor directly, if you can see here, uh, so they have used the ABank start process function, guys. So earlier I have mentioned you na. So we will use the start process for the actions and the save into parameter, right? So now we can see here, yes, we can see here they have used the start process in the web API as well. So basically we will use the start process function under the save into parameter of the button actions. But in the links as well. So, but they have used the start process under the web API without any parameter. They have directly called the start process in the editor itself. So now, if you can see here, for the start process, they have given the process model here, a quick dictionary map to the process parameters to pass. So now, here process parameter value we need to pass, guys. Parameter and the value name we need to pass. Okay. So now for that, we'll quickly go to here and see this is the parameter name. If you can see here, it will the parameter value we can provide from the start process itself, and it will store the multiple values as well. Okay, so it will store the multiple values as well. So now we have to provide the process parameters like this by creating a dictionary or the map. So now here meeting, from the meeting details, for the meeting parameter we are passing the data through the body request body. Okay, is synchronous false. This expression will run when start process is started, when run asynchronously or completed, when run synchronously. So on success, status code 200 and HTTP headers contains application slash JSON. So if is null or of Appian process info, not null, then they are displaying the process info. Otherwise, they are displaying the null. So now on error, this expression will run when the process is failed to start. Yeah, 500. There was an error in starting the process. So if the process is completed synchronously, this expression will run. The process model does not complete it within the 30 seconds. Yeah. So this is the latestly introduced feature. So on incomplete, like when the process model is taking too much of time to complete, so the on incomplete parameter will get execute and print the whatever the we have mentioned in the on incomplete. Okay. So this should be the ND type. So here as well, they are printing the HTTP response with the 500 status code with the process info. Okay, everything is fine here. Configuration. Yeah, so we have configured the process model and we are passing the value from the body to the process parameters. And we have mentioned is synchronous is false. So yeah, so now on success, on error, on incomplete as well, we have configured. So now we have to pass the data to the process parameters. Okay, how do we will pass the data? Okay, so this should be meeting process parameter should be what it is. It is the record type, right? This is the record type data. So this is the record type, right? So we have to pass the record type structure data only. Okay. So for that, what we need to do? For that, what we need to do? So for that, so we will construct the data, guys. Okay. I will show you how to construct the JSON data into the record structure data. For that, we will go to the unnamed expression. So now we have So yes. So if you want to construct the record data, so we have to call the record type and the T4 record name. Yeah, here is the meeting. In this meeting record type, we have the fields, right? Like what we have to pass: subject, location, body, start time, end time, and is active and created by created on. Okay. So as of now, we will go with the five fields and then we'll go with the remaining fields. So I'm trying to construct the JSON data guys here. Okay. So so we have passed, we need to pass the data to the request body, right? So now for that, we will create the JSON data to pass to pass from the request body. I mean, from here, we will pass the data to the process parameter, guys. Okay. So I will show you create the JSON data. So we have the location as well. Active. We will pass. And then what we have created by and created on. So created by will be the our username. So we are constructing the JSON data, guys, for passing the JSON data from the request body. Okay. So now we need to pass the date here. So now I will try to pass like this. Fine. Okay. So we need to validate this JSON, guys. Okay. So whether it is the JSON data correct data or not. Okay. So from here itself, we will pass the data, JSON request data. Okay. So from the request body, we are passing the meeting details to create in our system. Okay. For that, we have the JSON validator is there. So here as well, I will pass the JSON data which I have prepared. So yes, this is the valid JSON data, guys. Okay. So if you have not properly configured anything by missing any double quotes here, and if you try to process, so there is an invalid message it will throw. So insert quotes and escaped the unescaped character, invalid character. So like that, this is the errors it is throwing up, right? So we have to add the double quotes as well for the strings encoded with the strings. So now it is the validation. So now we have provided the validation. Okay. So now, so this is the 2JSON. So now this is the 2JSON, guys. So this is how the API expression editor will receive the data. So see, if you can see here, uh, okay, we need to comment this and execute this. So if you can see here, this is the meeting data, meeting details. There's a JSON format. Okay. So now JSON. Okay. So now what we will do, we will convert this JSON to the normal Appian value. So for that, we have the from JSON. So I'm using the from JSON to convert the JSON value. So now we have the proper dictionary we are having, right? So now this is the local bank value, Appian value. Okay. So now what we need to do, we have to construct this data. We have to construct this data as a record structure. For that, what I will do, I will construct this data to the record structure by using the record type bank formatter. So here we have the subject. So yes, for the subject, we need to index subject from the local bank value. So now we are using the index function here to index the subject from the dictionary. Okay. And again, we do have location. And we do have body. And we do have is active. And we do have created by. And we do have created on. Okay, so for that values, what I will use the index functions. So now for the location, I will index with the location. And for the body, I will use the body. For the body in field, for the is active field, I am using the is active here. And for the created by we are passing. And for the created on, we are passing the created on, guys. Okay. So now when you test this out, so before doing anything in the web API directly, if you can write like this in the unnamed expression rule, or if you create any expression rule, you can able to see the data, guys. How we will receive the data, how we are constructing the data, and how we are formatting the data as a record structure here. So same things we will configure in the web API as well. Okay, configuring the local variables and then starting the process. Okay, instead of the meeting is bank HTTP request dot body control X. Okay, so if you can see here, we will pass directly this a bank request dot a bank a bank from JSON HTTP request dot body. So that body we will directly receive. We don't require this JSON because directly we are fetching the body from the. So this is we will keep for the future reference. No need to worry. Why is the issue here? Close this. Unmatched close this. Yeah. So we will need to assign a local variable for this local bank meeting. I will pass the local bank meeting here. Okay. So now we will trigger this, guys. Okay, what do you say? We will test this out. Whenever you test this out, so you can see the HTTP response below here. See in the test results. The status code was 200, and the headers you can see the additional information which we are passing for the users to understand. So it is the content type application slash JSON. We are passing the data here. See, we are passing the application slash JSON data, and then if you can see, smart service got executed and the start process parameters and the details. Okay, 283 milliseconds got taken time to complete this process. So if you can see here in the body, so in the on success, we are printing the Appian process info. In the process info, we have the process parameters as well as the process model details as well as the process variable details as well. Okay. So this is how the start process will execute and return the success parameter values, guys. Okay. So if you want me to show the backend triggered process model as well, we will see. The quick create meet API got created, and if you want me to show process parameter values here, yeah, you can see process parameter values got received and the ID 36 got created. So why here, if you can see here, process variable values are not fetching here in the sense on incomplete and on in synchronous false. Synchronous true we will pass, and again we will try to hit this up. So if you can see here, when we make this as asynchronous true, you can able to see the process variable details. So it means the process model, entire process model will complete, then only the output will be get executed. So here you can able to see the process variable details as well, and here as well. So now, guys, we have successfully what we have did, we have posted the data, right? So now I will try to show you from the postman, guys. Okay. So now copy this URL, going back to here, postman. This is our folder. So now try to add a new request, same as usual. So the request name should be create a meeting, and this should be the method, should be the post method. Okay, and passing the URL here. Okay, and going back to the authorization here, and selecting the API key authentication. We have the API key already configuring. So now in the body, in the request body, we need to pass the raw response body. So for that raw response body, which we have earlier passed in the web API, same I will copy here, and I will try to change this to the meeting/3 and try to send this request up. So let's see. Sending the request. So yeah, you can see 200 as a status code here, and the process initiator here, and the process variable details. If you want to see from the back end, you can see here. So if you can see here, so it was started by Rishi. So why it is displaying Rishi in the sense, uh, while configuring the API key, we have used this account to generate the API key, right? So whenever we are using that API key, so that user will be triggering behalf of that external system. Our URLs was triggering by this user from the API. Okay. So now we have received the meeting #3 and 38 meeting ID got created. So Pranali, are you good with this create meeting and post meeting, right? How we can pass?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So initially what we have did, we have created a process model for this. In the process model, we have configured the write record smart service here. Okay. So for this write record smart service, uh, we have created a constant for this. So this is the constant we have created. And then we have created the create meeting API. In that create meeting API, we have selected the template called create a start process. So for this template, we have the start process function directly we will configure in the web API. So for the start process function, we need to pass the process model name here. So I'm passing the process model name, which we have configured under the constant and the process parameter values. So you are already aware of it, right? When you are starting a process model, you have to pass the process parameter values to run the process model by getting the values from the wherever, whether it is the user or else it is the backend, wherever it is.
Yes, yeah.
So yes, so when we making this as a synchronous true, so what will happen? So it will wait for the entire process to complete and then it will fetching the output. So for the on success and on error parameters, what we are doing, we are displaying just for the user understanding. So the process is successfully completed or not. So when the user triggered, if we have not displaying any success message or failure message, the user will not yet understand, right? So what happened? So for that only we will use this on success and on error parameters. So for passing the parse parameter value, we receiving the JSON data, right? So for that JSON data, I'm converting to the Appian value and then constructing with the CDP structure. So now in the web API, we are passing that request body and everything we have configured under this base URL, right? So like that, it will converting and it is posting the data into the our system. So if you can see here directly, yeah, cloud database. Yeah, in the T4 meet, if you can see here, see 36, 37, 38. These meetings here which we have created now only. Okay. So this is how we will inserting the data. So Pranali, so we have created a single entry, right? So how do we will create a multiple meetings through the web API? So that is the scenario comes now. Okay. So if you can see here in the valid JSON data, I will copy this and usually in the APN, what we will do by passing the multiple values, what we will do. Mm, so in the APN, when we want to pass multiple values, we will pass array. Inside the arrays, we will pass, right? So now what will happen? It will consider as a multiple dictionaries. See, list of dictionary, two items are there. So if I pass the same thing by changing this to meeting ID 1 to 2 and trying to post the data, same data. Okay, trying to post the same data here and checking is this is the valid JSON or not for passing the multiple meetings at a single go. So this is not a valid JSON. Okay. So for the JSON, if you want to pass multiple items, you have to use the square braces Pranali. Okay. So square braces indicate that is the multiple items we are going to pass here. See, this is the valid JSON. So this is the pre. So if you want to pass multiple items as a JSON struct, you have to use the square braces. So here as well, we need to use the square braces. Okay. So now we have received the JSON data. So assume in our expression rule, this is the JSON data with multiple items. So multiple meetings we need to create. So for multiple meetings, what we need to do? We have to construct multiple record structure data, right? So I mean, see, if you use the uh, same record structure here. See here, meeting ID slash one, comma, meeting ID slash two for the same field. So this is not the expected one. So this should be the two meeting details record structure we need to pass, right? So for that, you can see here there are two items in the values parameter. Okay, we have to construct this data and then we have to pass to the process parameter. Okay, so we have the two details. So at that time only, guys, we have to use the looping function to convert dynamically the number of items are there. Those many record structure data we can create. So for that, I'm creating the looping here by using the for each function. In the items, we are calling the local bank value in the expression. Okay, wherever we are calling the expression in the expression. The bank item. So instead of local bank value, in the looping, we can use the current item to index that value. So current item, local bank item, when it is iterating first time, it will be the first index details, dictionary details. So from there itself, we are indexing with the respect to column names. So now if you can see here, so after executing, so instead of one set here, T4 meeting, you can be able to see multiple sets based on the local bank value, how many items are there, those many times record structure will get created. See here, the record structure, two items got created. So for each column, you can see that column value. So like that, we have constructed the record structure data. So now what I will do, I will copy the same for each here from here to our uh, here local bank meeting. Okay, so in the local bank value, we have dynamically two items. Okay, set this as the default test values. So we need to pass the comma here. The default values got set. So now if you can see here, when we click on test interface, test request here, so Pranali, in meanwhile, you can log in your community. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So if you can see here, in process variable, there are two meetings are fetching. So that means in the backend, if you can see here, the process model will receive the array of meetings here. So if you can see here, see 39 and 40 meetings got created. Okay. So now I want to do the same thing which we have did from the Appian side. I want to test the same thing from the uh, external system as well. So through the postman as well, we will pass the multiple meetings. How we will pass for the same URL, we will pass the body request body which we have passed under the API. So now we are passing the same instead of meeting ID one, so /3/4. I will use. So now, yeah, sending the request here. See now if you can see here, we have success code 200 status code here, and in the process variable, see here, this will be the showing the multiple items indication. Okay, when you have received the square braces, this means you are creating the multiple entries at a single go. This is how we will post multiple entries. I mean through the postman as well as the through the body request body. So if you want me to show the process details here, here you can able to see 41, 42 meetings got created. So if you can refresh here, Yeah, 41, 42 meetings got created. Zoom NA. So this is how we will create the multiple entries, guys. Okay, to the base URL. Pranali, are you good with this?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you understand how to pass multiple entries and post the details into the API?
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. Can you share your screen? So we'll quickly create a one uh, normal API to print hello world or something.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, sure. I want to see how you got the understanding. Have you installed the Postman setup? Have you installed in your system?
No. No.
So, okay. Parallelly, you can install, no problem. Or else in the browser as well, you can be able to test, I guess.
On API, I did not did any hands-on, Ganesh. Like I'm
Yeah,
like
I will show
yesterday.
you. Yeah, can you share your screen? Yeah, there is no
Mm.
code to be written, Pranali. Just you need to generate the templates. That's it. You don't need to manually write anything there. They have providing the predefined templates, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, create one of the API, only one of the API. So yeah. So yeah, just try to print the hello world. So if the meeting got ends now, so try to rejoin, okay?
Yes.
Okay. See, when we select the hello world template,
The endpoint.
yeah, endpoint, whatever the endpoint you want to provide, you can provide like uh, hello world, something like that you can pass. So it will concatenate to your base URL.
Yeah.
Yes. So endpoint already been exist like this is showing. So change the endpoint, Pranali. Hello world, just it. Let hyphen
Leave it
hyper also.
automatically, it will create.
Yeah,
Suppose
if you did not provide. Yeah,
yeah,
true.
Sorry.
remove, endpoint remove and create. Create now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, test the request Pranali. Yes. So if you can see here, see here, the status code 200 in the
Okay.
body, you can be able to see the hello world, right? So how we are printing
Yes.
the hello world? We are printing the hello world by using the HTTP response. So in the web API, if you want to display the uh, response, so we will use the HTTP response function to display the API response to the users only. So for that, then we have the status code, and if you want to pass the headers, you can pass the headers and the body as well. So in the headers itself,
Okay.
you can use the ABank HTTP header, and whatever the value you want to pass, you can pass. So for the headers, they are asking for to use the HTTP header, right? So like
Yeah.
that you can pass, and
And
you can display the additional information as well. So
okay.
if you
And
have
whatever endpoint we will add, that will concatenate
yeah,
here at last, right?
yes, see, it is concatenated with the different alphanumeric text, right? So
Hmm.
if you provide, your endpoint will be get concatenated. Okay, so can you quickly install Postman, and meanwhile we will generate the API key. So initially you asked me
Yes.
the web APIs and integrations only, right? Focus on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So install the Postman. In the Chrome as well, we can able to use, I guess. Yeah.
Do I need to sign up?
Yeah. Download for desktop Windows. There itself, right? Click on that. Scroll up. Yeah, download the desktop app for Windows below the sign up. Yeah. Click on that. So Windows 64-bit. Yeah, Windows 64 is there, right? So in meanwhile, Pranali, go to your community and pick any one of the user and generate the API key. How to generate the API key? Do you don't have the admin access here, admin console access here, or you have?
Mm, Yeah, I don't have. Yes. No, I
Okay.
don't have admin console.
So don't have the admin console access, huh? Okay, no issues, Pranali. So we will use our basic authentication. Let's see. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, install and sign in quickly. So we will create one request for you, and then you will try for all the templates. So Pranali, what you want me to do is, I'm explaining only one template, right? I want you to work on the remaining templates as well, for the each create, update, and query as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, backend developer, you can select whatever it is. Yeah. So continue with the pre-plan. No, I don't want to invite any teammates. Continue. So, have you installed the Postman? It's the
I
Chrome.
have installed, but it's not opening actually. That's
Yeah,
why
right click on it
working.
and open. Open. Right click and open. Wait, it's loading, right?
No, it's not.
So it's not opening.
Yeah, change the setting.
It is not opening. Then you have to use the browser extension. Then browser.
Today we'll try to install it properly. From
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Chrome we can't use.
Yeah, that is what. You can use the Chrome browser uh, link. I mean, that website, Postman website, I guess, and you can access it. Like that also, you can try. So you can bookmark this Pranali to practice.
Mhm.
Uh, Add a new collection. Uh, there itself, plus icon is there, right? Under the search collections, besides the search collection, in the left side corner. Yeah, there. You can add a new collection,
REST API visit.
yeah. So yes. So you can select get data template. below request. So get data is there. No?
Correct.
Yeah, select that. So you can pass your base URL. Control A and remove. It will remove and take. Yeah, now you can pass your base URL. So it will ask you to authentication details, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, configure this here. Yeah. And yeah, method is same. Yeah, you can send the request. So it will ask for authentication. So preview. Select the output type as a preview. So go to the HTML and select the output type as a plain text. There is a drop down. Select raw, or else JSON is also fine. Okay. Send the request again and then see. So Pranali, click on that collection and try to add a new request, which I have shown you now how to add a request under the collection. Yeah, there is the three dots is there, right? Yeah, not my collection, your collection. Okay, my collection. Okay, add request, whatever, wherever it is fine. Add a request. Add a new request. So for this request, yeah, pass the URL. So now we can hit now. So why it is showing like this? The condition. Yeah, go to the visualize as well and see. Here in the postman, I was seeing in the body Pranali, body JSON output type. I'm not in seeing anything other than the options are all displaying for me. Test results, select test results. There is no test results. Okay. So try to install the postman Pranali. Okay. And try from there as well.
Yes, I will try to. Yeah.
Yeah, do you got to know, right, how to create a collection? In the collection, we have to create a request, how to select method, URL, and the authentication details. And so if you are not able to pass API key, use the basic authentication and provide your username and password.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So if you don't have, if you do you have any other queries you want to discuss?
I was trying on this one only yesterday, like to fetch the data
Good.
from the TV,
Are you able to?
and so there are some, yeah, and some functions I have tried
Okay.
with the reverse and
Yeah, nice. Okay. Do you have any blockers now? Let me know. Okay.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
For the
Good idea.
split only, if we want to split, there is any short way to split this word. Suppose I have passed a hello, then uh,
Yeah.
we can't use directly split function because
If you want
I
to
have
print,
tried.
you want to
I
print
have tried.
hello into an array of letters.
Yeah, separate characters.
Yeah. So do one thing. Comment to the line number 5. For each.
Hmm.
Yeah. Use code. code of local bank where.
It's fine.
Comment it. Yeah. Let press enter. Code of local bank where.
Hmm.
Code. Code function of local bank where.
Sorry, which function?
Code function primarily. CODE code. Local bank where. Yeah, print this. So now you will receive the list of numerics of the each character. So now you want to convert these characters into number integers into characters. You need to use the char. Put the same thing into the char entire char of code of local bank where. Nice. Are you able to print the two outputs at a time?
Comment ninth line.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, now you
Oh.
can able to print the list of letters in your word, right?
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah. So if you want to print two outputs na pranali, you have to use the array and put the
Mm.
array in line number 9 and line number 10. So I mean, in the array, you have to add line number 9 and line number 10. Then only you can able to print both the outputs at a single time. Okay.
Okay.
Do you got it? Can you show me two outputs at one go?
Uh, Two outputs means if I
That
added here, I add here.
line number 9 output as well I want to see. And 10 output, both at
Yes.
a time. Yeah, both at a time.
For that we can create
No, open the
one
array.
local
Array.
variable.
Curly braces you have to open.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Why that? Not required.
Okay. Hmm. Then, yeah, like this also you can able to print. Yeah. See.
Yes.
Yeah, in this way you have to print. Or else you can without giving and assigning to the local variable, you can directly, yeah, remove that and
Uh,
remove
Curly
and yeah.
braces also.
Yeah, curly braces also. That is what Venkat tries to explain you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can able to return the same output, right? So anyway, you have assigning the output to the local variable, that is good. So like this also you can able to print.
Okay,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
yeah. Practice pranali, come with your errors and doubts from tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
And what if I means in this only I want to remove if any words or vowels are coming. So
Yeah,
with
you have
using the for each I can write the expression here, right? Is
so
it?
you need to use the where contains pranali. Where contains and identify the vowels
Mm.
indexes in your word and then use the remove function.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, got it. I will implement that
Yeah,
once.
with the yeah, you use where contents to identify the vowel indexes and use the remove function to remove those indexes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good then. Fine. So if you don't have any queries now, we'll connect tomorrow and we'll start discussing about the integrations. Okay. I will show you how to
Yes.
connect with
Okay.
external integrations. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, team. Thanks for joining today. Yeah.
Ganesh.
Yeah.